Hi, this is Jennifer Nearance with the Academy of Holistic Healing.com, and I've been asked a bunch of interesting questions in regards to the chakra class that I've got coming up. And people have been asking about how did I get started? How did I start? Um, how did I find out about the chakras and the healing that goes on within, and what about my own journey? And that's a really fascinating question. I figured the best way to do it would be through video, so it could be seen and heard and really experienced. And my journey with the chakras started many, many, many years ago. And it actually started when I suffer from asthma. I have since I was a little kid. And my journey into holistic healing started with wanting to heal myself, wanting to find ways to really alleviate my own pain on a physical level. And because I'd always felt very intuitively against a lot of the modern medicine, pill pushing, fix it with swallow this and you'll be all better. So it got me looking for a holistic cure, a natural way of dealing with the inability to breathe. Little did I know that this journey in looking for alternative healing methods was going to take me into deep woo-woo, or what I considered deep woo-woo when I first started. And so that's what got it started. Where I ended up was in reading many books, The Wheels of Life. I followed Anadea Judith for a while, and Carolyn Miss, just lots of basic, really great teachings on the energy system within our bodies. And the one book that really got me going the most and that made the most sense to me, that I found myself crying as I was reading, was a book called Your Life is in Your Chakras. And that is actually the basis, one of the main book bases for this class coming up, just because it is the one that I have gotten the most healing through, using various modalities, bringing in the EFT meridian tapping, and you bringing in Rhys Thomas's and Margaret Lynch's work on the vows in the chakras and the stuck wounds and mindsets within each of the chakras. The combination of those has created incredible growth for me and for my clients, and I'm finally able to present a class that integrates all of this, and it is an amazing amount of learning. Going back to what got me started was the looking at alternative ways for the asthma, like I was saying. And when I discovered the connection between the heart and the lungs, and the feeling of not being able to expand my lungs, when I did a visualization on it, what I kept seeing was this steel plate over my heart, which was keeping my lungs from expanding. So each time that I got into a situation that I felt unsafe or triggered or threatened or challenged, my asthma would get triggered and I would have difficulty breathing. And once I saw that visualization about the steel plate across my heart, it really got me going and looking in another way of releasing that. It's like, okay, so the physicality of it is the symptom. What is the cause of it? Okay, so let's peel that back a little bit more. So I did a bunch more visualizations around it, and this was a very long process. It wasn't a one afternoon and I got it all figured out. That was easy. No, there's not really an easy button. In a lot of ways, this has been the easiest easy button that I've had, because you can feel the shifts immediately. And as you keep doing the work and keep building on this, it really does become permanent. And at this stage of the game, I can look back, I can look at my day and go, wow, I remember when, not that long ago, the idea of turning on a video camera, in this case the camera on my laptop, and actually doing a broadcast live would have terrified me. In fact, I have a couple of dear friends who saw the first time that I was on video having to say my name. And they saw this normally very calm and gathered, centered young woman suddenly turn into a caged lion. And I got up and I walked away. It's like, I'm not saying my name on camera. It's not happening. And the room turned cold and everybody's looking at me like, oh my God, what? I got triggered. That was my safety switch. Like, I didn't want to be seen. Okay, we'll move in, we'll actually be seen, but now you want to have me identify myself so that I could be found. Oh, no, 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 no. Now, if I had a name like Jane Doe or John Smith, no offense, that would have been no problem. There's millions of them. There's one, Jennifer Nearance. I can't hide. And for the longest time, for the first 40 years, that's what I tried to do. I didn't want to be seen, didn't want to be found, didn't want to be heard, because it wasn't safe. Because then I would be asked questions. I would be liked. I would be followed. I was not okay with that. I just wanted to fly underneath the radar, just wanted to go about doing my thing, wanted to help people from the back of the room. I didn't want to be known, didn't want to be seen. That was a huge, 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 huge trigger for me. Back to the beginning of the chakra thing. Once I started researching the energy systems within the body, I just about fell off my chair when I found that the heart chakra, if blocked, is going to cause problems with your breathing. Huh. So what does that look like? How do you start working on opening up? No, that doesn't sound safe. So I set it aside. And of course, your body just brings you back to the things that you really do need to learn, whether you sometimes want to or not. So when I talk about this class being foundational, I mean it was my starting point as well as my client's starting point, really understanding how the mind-body connection really works together and how you can do a part of it and get some progress. You can do a little bit over here and get some progress. But when you're really ready for life changes, you've got to integrate it all. And you need to work through it. And you start at the basics. You start at this, your energy system within, because it'll lead you to what's going on here, what's going on here. And it all shows up in the world around you. It shows up in your relationships with others, and most importantly, it shows up in our relationship with ourselves. Now, I've been asked a lot about that. What do I mean? Why do I have to have a relationship with myself? Yeah, I love myself, whatever. Okay, slow down and say that to yourself. And actually feel it. I love myself. I can say that. I can look people in the eye and go, yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm pleased with who I'm becoming, who I'm allowing to come out. Because I've always been like this. I've just kind of hid it. Or I've hid behind someone. And until you actually step out and own that, you know what? I'm pretty cool. And it's okay if you don't like me, because I'm still okay. And it's okay if you do like me, because I'm still okay. And I'm going to call bullshit on you, even though I do like you, and I'm okay. And you can not like me, and I'm okay. And we can find common ground, and we can be great together. Isn't that awesome? It took me a long ass time to get there. And it all started with the chakra stuff. Because down deep at the base of the chakra system, which is literally at the base of your spine, is that I don't belong. That I'm not supposed to be here. It's not safe. And it shows up everywhere in your world. It showed up everywhere in mine. It showed up in the lack of relationship with myself, lack of relationship with others, really being able to connect, really being able to connect with sharing everything that you feel and having it be okay. That's a basic one, to be accepted for who we are. Wow, it is possible. And deep within our energy system, that thing that is going on behind the scenes all the time, whether we're consciously aware of it or not, we put out energetic vibes by the beliefs that we have within our system. And if we have that belief of, oh, I don't belong, it's not safe to be here, it's felt by others. And it's like a boundary between ourselves and other people that keeps everybody at a distance. And the really fascinating part is that it keeps us at a distance from ourselves until we can really get clear on how we feel about things. And that, you know what, it's not safe. I don't feel okay. And it's a scary thing to acknowledge that. It's a scarier thing to raise your hand and say, yeah, that's how I feel. But the cool thing is, and I know this sounds a little trite, but the truth really does set you free. And I don't mean the truth from anybody else's perspective other than your own. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And it is a feeling, and it has a vibration to it. And we can find out whether it's true or not. And if it's not, if it is something that you are interested in changing, I can show you how. It's pretty simple once you're aware. So that's what a lot of this is about. It's about raising awareness. It's becoming aware of, oh, wait a minute, I do have that. Oh my God, I've never slowed down enough to realize that that is there. I don't feel safe here. Huh, okay. Wow, I don't like that it's there. That reminds me, don't like that it's there. I remember the first time that I slowed down enough to really understand that I was judgmental. That's a harsh one. Until I learned that, yes, our brain is wired to be judgmental. It goes in and views every situation and judges it as whether it's safe or not. That is back in the basic, unevolved parts of our brain. Okay? And until we slow down enough to be able to start asking the right questions and hear the answers that are coming from here and from here, there's a lot of that information that goes unnoticed. And realizing that I was judgmental floored me, because I'm not judgmental. Yeah, everybody can do what they want. No, that's not true. When I'm scared, when I felt triggered, when I was uncertain, I would judge everything to see if it was safe or not, because then it would dictate whether I was going to be the chameleon or if I was going to be me. The chameleon has gone into retirement for the most part in my life. That was a long journey. So if you find yourself kind of going, God, what in the world is she talking about? Check out this class. I've given you an awful lot. I've taken you on a really interesting, convoluted journey here in the last few minutes. And I appreciate your patience and you're willing to follow along. Because if you're watching this, you're being called to take another look at this class. So I am going to show you this. This is a slideshow of the chakra class. And you know what I am going to actually do, because this isn't, I'm trying to do the technical thing, and that's a mistake. I will just post the link to the slide share as well as to the page that the information's on. And take a look and really pay attention to the information on the slides, because it's going to give you what a balanced chakra system looks like by chakra and what the unbalanced state looks like. Pay attention to the words that are used and really sit with them. Say the words out loud and see what your body says back to you. And if you find that you're resonating with any of the unbalanced, you may want to take a look at the class, because it'll give you tools and tips and tricks on ways to bring your body into balance, bring your energy system into balance, and start to become aware of the thoughts and feelings that are running behind the scenes, because those are, in essence, truly running your current life. And it's fascinating when you start getting into questioning your beliefs and questioning your thoughts and questioning your feelings even. Because as you go through this process, you are learning that some of these thoughts and feelings and beliefs that you have aren't even really your own. What do I mean by that? You will find that there are a lot of thoughts and beliefs about right and wrong, good, bad, black, white, gray, what color is red. These kind of things you're taught very, very early on. And yes, I was being kind of facetious about the colors thing, and yet not, because it does get that basic. And it goes back to the environment you were raised in, the people that were around you, the shows that you watched, games you played, all of it, as well as our innate person that we are born as. And I'm not going to get into that any deeper. And by the way, just a little side note, this is not about laying blame. This is not about pointing fingers. This is not about laying our stuff on anybody else's feet. This is about taking ownership of us. This is about taking ownership of our lives. This is about getting back into, or maybe for the first time, getting into the driver's seat of our vehicle and really deciding, does this serve me any longer? I don't care where it came from. Do I still want it or not? And at that point, you put yourself into the driver's seat. You are at choice. And that is where the magic happens, because you no longer are the victim. You no longer are held ransom by someone else's belief system. You get to choose how you want to live your life. And there's nothing more powerful on the face of this planet. So I will post the links below, and if you are feeling led to check it out, I'd love to see you there. We're going to have a really good time. This is a basic course. It's going to start in October, and it is going to be covering the first 3 chakras only. And the reason for this is because there is a lot of information, and they are truly foundational. Everything builds on it. There will be another class in the following month that takes care of the heart chakra. Then the following month after that, which I believe October or November will put us into December, will take care of the top 3 chakras. Then in January, we're going to start it all over again and go a little bit deeper. So there is a plan. I'm not going to leave you hanging after the first 3 chakras. And about halfway through, you're going to be very thankful that we're only dealing with the first 3 chakras. Okay? There's a lot of information, and it will shift your life if you allow it to. So again, blessings to all, and I will get that information posted for you. And I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye.